Hello all, welcome to my channel. Let's continue with the C Sharp interview series, and we have already started with LINQ in our previous class. If anybody are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe and check out my previous videos and comment in case of any doubts. So let's continue with the LINQ. So today we will be looking into the standard clauses that are used inside LINQ. So first one is filtering data. So we use where clause to filter data from the data source. So selecting elements that match the specified condition. So as I said, we will use LINQ to fetch data from a data source, and you can use where clause to filter the data that you wanted. Let me show you example here. So let me, here I am declaring a list. Let me make it int, that's fine. Yeah, so now I'm writing a query where I wanted to fetch, this is a local variable, in list is my data source, and I'm applying the filter here where data is greater than or equal to 3. So I am selecting only data that is greater than or equal to 3. So if you see, so I'm talking about here where this is the filtering clause that is used. So where is nothing but see data is printed according to my condition. So here you can use whatever conditional expression that you need according to your requirement. The other one is projection. So projection is nothing but what data you are projecting from the data source. So basically it's a simple select only. So here we are projecting the data as it is, or else here I can just project by performing some mathematical operation. Into 10 I am giving, see it gave me 30, 40, 50, 60, and or else I can project an entirely new anonymous data type. So I can create a data type from the existing data. See, it gave me this. So this is about projection. So by using projection you can construct a new type that is built from each object. See here, this is what building a new type means. So you can create an anonymous type and project that anonymous type if needed, and you can project a property and perform a mathematical function on it. We have seen that, right? And you can also project the original object also as it is without changing. So there are three clauses inside this projection: select, select many, and zip clauses. So we will see one after the another. We have seen select, but this is a query syntax. Let me show you method syntax also for select. So as I told you, method syntax is just a chain of methods. So let me give where. So inside it is a lambda expression. So I am fetching data that is greater than or equal to 3. Let me use the same. So it is it's nothing. So we are applying where function on this list. What it does is it will take each value as input, and it will check if it is greater than or equal to 3. If it is true, that value is retained. If it is false, that value is skipped. And where and select. So I am selecting the value as it is. So x implies x. So now let me iterate over this method query. So here, as I said, I am using a method syntax to show you a projection, that is select. See, it gave me 3, 4, 5, 6. It basically gave me the same output. And if I wanted to project anonymous type as I showed you earlier, so here I can give it inside my lambda expression. So it gave me here anonymous type. Now if I wanted to uh, project any perform any mathematical operation on this variable and project that, so I can do that as well. So it's basically, it depends on the requirement of your project. So yeah, this is about select. Now let us see select many. So select many, basically what it does is, for example, if there is any list of list like this, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if list of list looks like this, select many gives us a flattened list with all the elements from this list of list. So something like this, select many does this for us. So for example, if you wanted to iterate over this list of list, you have to use 2 for each loops, right? So similar way here also we have to use 2 from clauses inside this. First let me declare the list of list. Here I am defining a list of so this is my list of list which I showed you earlier, so I am using the same example. So now from this what I will be doing is, see, from data in the list, now this data is each element, no, this list component is my data now. So I am writing one more class where element in my data. So now this data refers to each element inside this list, and here if you wanted to perform any operation you have to use this element. Now element is greater than or equal to 3 and id equal to element. Okay, this is our query syntax. First let us iterate over this and see the output, and then we will see the method syntax. See, it gave me a flattened okay, here I gave greater than 3. Let me remove my where clause for now. So it should give me a flattened array of all the elements. So here I am returning anonymous type, right? So it gave me that anonymous type. Here I am generating a entirely new type. So now let us see method syntax. Let us return new type here as well and see. Okay, first let us see what it's giving. So here method query is, so what it returned us I am showing here. So okay, so basically select many just flattens this list of list into a single list. So now for example, if we wanted to perform any operation, I don't want this list of list as it is. Here I wanted to return only few elements based on certain condition. So in that case what you can do is, so now x implies x. Now here x is a list, so it implies each element type here. So this is a list. So on this list I can perform filter operation that I needed. So here I wanted to return only elements that are, so use some different local variable names as x here is in scope. So here I wanted to return values that are greater than 2. So and then select y implies y. So now run this and see. So in here whatever clause you wanted you can apply. Select many just flattens the list of list, so it gave me only elements that are greater than 2 if you see. So now I don't want this y, I wanted to return some anonymous type, so you can do that as well. So now run this and see. Yeah, so this is the use case of select many. So basically select many has has the functionality that it flattens the list of list elements into a single list. So if you see here, this method description also says us the same thing, projects each element of a sequence and flattens the result sequences into one sequence. So on each sequence you can perform any kind of operation you wanted. So this is about select many, and next is the zip clause. So let me show you zip clause. So zip clause works with two lists. Let me declare two lists. One is list of numbers. So it will just in one word it will map two lists. For example, here I am giving sequence numbers in one list, or consider them as IDs, and I'll give the names in another list. So Jack, Harry, Tom. Okay. So now what this does is, here declare ID comma name. In list numbers dot zip list words. And now, as I talked about string interpolation, right, in my previous videos, this is where it helps. So now I wanted to print both ID and name. So in real time this console will not be there, people will write errors to logs. So in that case interpolation will be helpful. So see, here mapping is done properly. If you see, 1 is mapped to Jack, 2 is mapped to Harry, and 3 is mapped to Tom. So this is what zip does. Zip just maps two lists accordingly, and it provides us a mapping like this. So here today we have seen about the filtering operations, that is where, and next is projection, select we have seen, select many we have seen, and zip. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment if you have any doubts, and please subscribe. And if you are new to my channel, please check out my previous videos as well. So in the next class we will be continuing with this set operations. Thanks for watching.